Good evening. Good evening. Is it my turn? Good evening. I ask everyone please to stand for the flag salute and remain standing for our national anthem. Ready? Salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to introduce Angel De La Cruz, Shema Corin, Alberto Morales Cruz, and Mr. Luis De Silva to welcome and thank our guests for joining us in tonight's ceremony.
Good evening, parents, family, and guests. We welcome you to Sierra Vista Charter High School's graduation ceremony. The class of 2023 is thankful you have joined us this evening.
مساء الخير يا أولياء الأمور والأسور والضيوف، نرحب بكم في حفلة تخرج مدرسة سيرا فيستا تشارتر الثانوية فصل عام 2023. ممتن انضمامكم إلينا هذه المساء.
Buenas noches, familia y invitados. Les damos la bienvenida a la ceremonia de graduación de la Escuela Secundaria Charter Sierra Vista. La clase de 2023 está agradecida de que se hayan unido a nosotros esta noche.
Boa noite, pais, família e convidados. Damos as boas-vindas à cerimónia de formatura da Sierra Vista Charter High School. A classe de 2023 agradece por vocês terem se juntado conosco esta noite.
Good evening, and welcome to the 2023 Sierra Vista Charter High School graduation. My name is Daniel Dudo, and I am the principal of Sierra Vista. It is truly a privilege for me this evening to be presiding over tonight's graduation ceremony. This is my second class of graduates at Sierra Vista, and I am honored to share this evening with all of you. This evening, we are happy to have the following Tulare Joint Union High School District Administration here with us. Our superintendent, Dr. Lucy Van Syock, Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum Assessment and Technology, Mr. Kevin Covert. Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources and Business, Mrs. Tammy Aldaco. Assistant Superintendent of Student Services, Mrs. Maria Bueno. Director of Child Welfare and Safety, Mr. Derek Dominguez. And our Chief Business Officer, Ms. Vivian Hamilton. We would also like to welcome and thank our 4 Board of Trustees members here with us tonight. Board President, Mrs. Laura Fonseca. Board Vice President, Mrs. Kathy Medeiros. Board Member, Mrs. Kelly Nicholson. Board Member, Mr. Craig Hamilton. Also on stage this evening are the Sierra Vista teachers and staff. Mrs. Sydney Armstrong, School Counselor. Mrs. Leticia Perez, School Counselor. Mr. Luis De Silva. Mrs. Karina Gilbert. Mrs. Andrea Fernandez. Ms. Rocio Aro. Mr. David Terrell. Mrs. Wendy Miller. Ms. Gloria Park. Mrs. Yvonne Lewis. Mrs. Katie Wilding. And Mrs. Gloria Hernandez. We have the following support staff members here: Ms. Yulisa Saldana, Ms. Mariela Villarreal, and Mr. Eric Lawler. We would like to ask all parents or guardians of the students on the stage tonight to please stand so we can recognize your love and support of your students to get them here tonight. Parents, please stand. We would also like to take a moment of silence in remembrance of those students who passed away and are not here tonight, including Malia Mestes, who was a senior at Sierra Vista. Thank you. Now, I would like to introduce our first student speaker, Samantha Herrera.
Good afternoon to all the family and friends here to celebrate this big milestone with us, and the staff congratulating both the class of 2023 and themselves. I want to start by saying congratulations to all the graduates. You made it to the end, as if yesterday we moved from junior high to high school thinking we had a million years left. Yet we stand here today looking back saying, where did the time go? I want to say I'm proud of every single one of you, even though most of us don't know each other and we mostly knew each other through a screen. I know it's hard. High school can be emotionally draining, and the fact that we have our stress from our outside lives of school and you completed this milestone. I never thought of standing here today walking this walkway with you. I struggled most of my freshman year and felt people never understood me. I transferred to Sierra Vista High School during COVID. It took me a while to adapt and open up to see that all the staff who cared about me, both about my educational and well-being. I truly felt happier as a student and had the motive to continue, with my teachers nearby motivating me and pushing me. I personally like to thank the school for its great service in education and well-being. The students and families have a place to go to for communication, education, and well-being. I would like to thank my parents who have been here for me since I was born. I was adopted by my grandparents after being born. I was always sick my whole life. My parents have never stepped away one moment. They've helped me through thick and thin when I was in the hospital twice a day, late at night or mid-morning. They were there and supported every club or sport I joined or tried to create, even though it never turned out. They never doubted me. I knew they would be here, and I knew I was a bit of a handful, but they loved me and supported me. I want to thank my neighbors who are not here today, but who have been supportive through me the past 2 years, and I love you guys very much. Thank you for listening, and good luck to everyone. May you accomplish your dreams. Signing off, class of 2023. Go Mountain Lions.
Please welcome our next student speaker, Daisy Jackson.
Okay. Good evening, parents, students, and staff. Welcome to Sierra Vista Charter High School's graduation ceremony for the class of 2023. My name is Daisy Jackson. I am your ASB president, and it's an honor for me to be speaking in front of you today. In these last 4 years, our class has had to face trials and tribulations such as the COVID-19 virus and its lasting effects. We have had to adapt our learning styles, how we socialize, and not conform to an ever-changing world. I think I speak for all of us when I say that our journey at Sierra Vista Charter High School has not been like the typical high school experience, having to do most of our schooling online and not having to attend regular class periods. But despite that, I have grown to love this school and all the amazing people that I have met. So I'd like to thank my friends, teachers, and the staff at Sierra Vista for always being there every step of the way and for creating a path for me to follow and guiding me along it. I'd like to congratulate all of you who have completed their high school accomplishments alongside me. It seems like it was just yesterday that we were starting our high school journey. The years have flown by and you're probably wondering, where did all the time go? Is this really the end? But graduation is not the end, it's the beginning of new things, new journeys, new accomplishments. High school was like a chapter in a book that is our lives, but now we're ready to turn the page and write a new chapter. So wherever your future takes you, let it take you somewhere, whether you may be serving our country, going to community college, or a university, a trade school, or going straight to the workforce. Go wherever your heart may lead you. Create a path for yourself and follow it. Don't let anything deter you. And to my future coworkers, a wise person once told me, it's not goodbye, but see you soon.
Please welcome our next student speaker, Nareda Sanchez.
Good afternoon, friends, family, and staff, and to the class of 2023. You have persevered and have endeavored many obstacles to get to where you are today, and I'm grateful and have the pleasure of congratulating you tonight. I never thought I would be graduating from Sierra Vista. Ever since I was in middle school, I tried peering into my future, wanting all the titles, the awards, the grades, and any other academic title. When I played a sport, I wanted all the playing time and a certain position or leadership role. Little did I know, those certain titles or honor go so far. Titles can be materialistic, especially in high school. And truly I tell you, life isn't always about that. My freshman year of high school, I walked onto the Mission Oak campus for a number of days, but was never able to complete a real full year of high school without COVID or personal obstacles. When I came to Sierra Vista in my second semester of junior year, I thought, where had I gone wrong? Why couldn't I gun it out there at Mission Oak? How would my family view me? I was doing so well in school, but this was a materialistic side of me that I didn't realize I had until the end of my senior year. Would I be accepted into colleges I wanted to get into? Would they reject me because of the school change? Going into my senior year, people questioned me if I really wanted to spend my senior year here at Sierra Vista. With that being said, here is what I believe you should do when your motives are questioned. Don't be like me and try to prioritize what others might want for you or of you. Take your time processing your decisions. Take your time to understand yourself. Take some time to realize there are chapters you don't want to read but have to read them in order to jump into the real juicy ones. Reflecting on how I felt that first semester at Sierra Vista, I'm glad I went through that phase because I realized Sierra Vista was a place and chapter where I found out that life isn't always about titles or awards or one single bad grade I received 2 years ago when I was down. I'm proud to announce that I will be going to UC Davis in the fall, and the reason I say that is because in my second semester of junior year, I wouldn't believe it. All in all, be yourself, take your time processing your chapters, and don't be afraid to move on when no one is watching. Don't take a one-year title stapled to your head thinking you need it to move on. The year up next will be better than the one you have now, and I'm here to tell you tonight that if you keep moving forward when it might seem too rough, you'll get there eventually, and that should be enough. Aim high, Mountain Lions, and congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Samantha, Daisy, and Nareda, for speaking tonight. Next, we would like to welcome Mrs. Armstrong and Mrs. Perez for the presentation of awards and scholarships.
This evening, we would like to honor our seniors who completed one or more of our district career pathways. This means they were successful in completing 2 or more classes in a career technical skill. Tonight, they are wearing our white cords to display their accomplishment. Students, please stand when you hear your name and remain standing. Adrian Alvidrez, Agriculture Science. Dominic Galindo, Food Service and Hospitality and Business Management. Jesse Jimenez, Food Service, Hospitality. Ashley Rossiter, Design, Visual and Media Arts. Jenny Sandoval, Design, Visual and Media Arts. Isis Strickland, Design, Visual, Media Arts and Agricultural Science. Matthew White, System Diagnostics and Repairs. Congratulations.
We're also very excited to honor students tonight who were A through G completers. These are students who met the rigorous entrance requirements for four-year colleges and universities. Tonight, they are wearing white caps to signify this great achievement. Students, please stand when you hear your name and remain standing. Veronica Barrientos. Antoinette Espinal. Emmanuel Galindo. Desiree Gamez. Omar Garcia Padilla. Haley Goebel. Mariana Gonzalez Valenzuela. Stephanie Gonzalez. Jasmine Stacy Suka. Nareda Sanchez. Taylor Schoenhair. Congratulations. The salutatorian and valedictorian is the honor presented to the students with the 2 highest GPAs in their graduating class. This year's honorees were both A through G completers and have consistently challenged themselves throughout their academic career.
This year's salutatorian is Omar Garcia Padilla. Omar had the second highest grade point average for his graduating class. He displayed an exceptional grit this year and was an early graduate. He is planning on attending COS and transferring to Fresno State to study engineering. Congratulations.
Please join me in honoring our 2023 valedictorian, Nareda Sanchez. Nareda earned the top graduating grade point average out of the entire senior class. She has committed an enormous amount of dedication and hard work throughout her entire high school career. She graduated early and took several COS classes throughout her time in high school. Nareda was accepted into Cal Poly, UC Irvine, Vanguard, Stanislaus, Chico State, and the University of Reno. She will be attending UC Davis in the fall to study in the area of law. Omar and Nareda, please come up to receive your medals. Congratulations. Next, I'd like to introduce our school board president, Mrs. Laura Fonseca, to present the Dream Big Scholarship Award recipients.
Good evening, everyone, and to the graduates of 2023, congratulations from the school board. I have the honor of presenting the Dream Big Scholarship, which is a scholarship that is sponsored by Land O'Lakes, the Tulare Noon Kiwanis, and several community members. The Dream Big Scholarship is only offered to our Opportunity School sites because we want every student to know that they can achieve their dreams. So students, as I call your name, please come up and receive your scholarship. Our first one goes to Michael Hadley. Our second one goes to Shema Corinne. Next is Noreta Sanchez. Congratulations. Next we have Daisy Jackson. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. And last we have Rachel Line. Congratulations to everyone.
Mr. Duda will now share a few words for our graduating class.
Good evening, and welcome everyone to the commencement ceremony for the Sierra Vista class of 2023. We would like to thank the school board members, district office officials, staff, and families for being here tonight to honor this amazing group of students. This is the time to celebrate these students that are up on the stage for completing their 13-year journey through public education to finally receive their high school diploma. Dr. Martin Luther King once said, "Our very survival depends on our ability to stay awake, to adjust to new ideas, to remain vigilant, and to face the challenge of change." For the class of 2023, their 13 years of public education has been full of changes and challenges that I don't think any of us foresaw. The class of 2023 and their fellow classmates have dealt with a change in public education that most educators would have never thought would happen. This class started high school as normal high school students, seeing friends, coming to school, going to class, doing sports, going to dances, and then in the blink of an eye, shifted to empty classrooms, bells ringing with no students escaping class, empty gyms and sports fields, and the only way to interact with other students and teachers was through a computer screen or a telephone. The class of 2023, as well as the other classes, have had to overcome situations that no one thought would happen during their school year. Yet here they are, accepting and overcoming the challenges and changes that they have had to face. They adapted and did not waste the time they were given. These students up on the stage with me have completed a rigorous course of study, which included all 220 credits required of them to be high school graduates. They have completed their English, their math, science, social studies, and elective credits. Some have completed the courses that prepare them for a career and are CTE completers. Some have completed their A through G requirements and are ready for their college career. Students like Noreta Sanchez, who will be attending UC Davis next year. Some will be heading to community college, such as College of the Sequoias, Reedy College, and Bakersfield College. We would also like to honor Alberto Morales Cruz, who will be serving in the armed forces. These students have succeeded and are now ready to take on a new set of challenges to make their lives and the lives around them better. The class of 2023 is an amazing group of students who have a bright future ahead of them. You have accepted the challenges that are presented to you and overcome those challenges. This group of individuals up on this stage are to be applauded and recognized for what they have done. In closing, we wish you the best in your future endeavors, and I will leave you not with my words, but the words of Arthur Ashe. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. Thank you. Mrs. Armstrong and Mrs. Perez, will you please join me in the presentation of diplomas? Can I please have board members, district office officials, and staff please stand and help me congratulate these proud graduates as they receive their diplomas.
Shema Corinne. Alberto Morales Cruz. Samantha Herrera. Daisy Jackson. Noreta Sanchez. Omar Garcia Padilla. Emmanuel Galindo. Angel De La Cruz. Michael Hadley. Krishand Newsom. Antoinette Espinal. Abigail Galvan Martinez. Miguel Toscano Sanchez. Michaela Johnson. Jesse Jimenez. Dominic Galindo. Adrian Alvidrez. Veronica Barrientos. Alexandra Romo. Julian Chavez. Pedro Castro. Taylor Schoenherr. Athena Strickland. Isis Strickland. Isaiah Valenzuela. Brianna Saldana Davia. Jasmine Stacey Suka. Brianna Valencia. Jaden Quiros. Layla Valadez. Michaela Reyes. Desiree Gamez. Haley Goebel. Magdalena Gutierrez. Matthew White. Madison Heyer. Ashley Rossiter. Austin Marshall. Emmanuel Martinez. We're good. Okay, wait a minute. Maria Ramirez. Wendy Zhang. Jenny Sandoval. Stephanie Gonzalez. Hannah Smith. Rachel Line. Andreas Ramirez Corral. Yvette Hobson.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a few minutes, the students will be marching off the stage and up the aisles into the administration foyer to pick up their diplomas. Please do not leave the auditorium until the students and staff have exited the back doors. Sierra Vista graduates will meet you outside behind the auditorium after they pick up their diplomas. Graduates, please stand. Graduates, are you ready? Please move your tassels from right to left. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Sierra Vista Charter High School class of 2023. Thank you, and this concludes our graduation ceremony.